Chizuk from the Parsha, Erev Shabbos Kodesh, Parsha's Trimel. This week's Parsha, the Torah mentions all the materials that you need to build the Mishkan. One of the things that the Torah tells us is Atzei Shittim, a special wood that comes from a tree, a big tree. Rashi says on the spot, how did they get it in the Midbar? So Rashi says, a medrash, that the medrash says, Rabbi Yuma says that Yaakov Avinu had Reach HaKodesh, that they're going to build a Mishkan, and he took along with him these big pieces of wood from this tree to Mitzrayim, to Egypt, and from Egypt they took it to the Midbar, and they schlepped it for hundreds of years, and they built a Mishkan from it. The kasha is, why does Rashi, that every single word that Rashi says is a perish, every single word is calculated? Why does Rashi need to say the kasha and the teretz? Where did they get it in the middle? Rashi should have said Atzei Shittim. They had Atzei Shittim from Yaakov Avinu, that he took it along to Egypt, and then they took it along for hundreds of years. Why is there a kasha and a teretz? By other materials that Rashi gives a answer, but Rashi doesn't ask where did they have it. Rashi just gives a explanation. Same thing should have been over here. Explanation. Why does Rashi need the kasha? But the answer is fascinating. It gives us a whole new perspective how to think of life. Imagine Yaakov Avinu gets ready to go down to Egypt after he was notified that Yosef is still alive. And definitely, Chazal tells us he wanted to take some stuff from the house. Vaya Yaakov es kol hagolos. He saw all the wagons that Yosef brought him. Why? Yosef told him, Tati, you don't need to bring along anything. You know what we have in Egypt? I am the secondary to the king. I have everything. Don't leave anything. Yaakov says, no. I have one thing that I want to take. What is it, like a sforim? No. I have one big tree. Big tree. Tati, what? A big tree? What do you need this big tree? I want to take it. And they schlepped this big tree to Egypt. Finally, the Eden go out from Mitzrayim with a matzah. With nothing. With a matzah. And they have diamonds, business ayom, and business Mitzrayim. They have jewelry, and what do they have to schlepp? These big trees that Yaakov, a great-great-great-grandfather, took to Egypt, and they have to schlepp it. That's a word from my grandfather. They have to come on, these pieces of wood. What do we need to schlepp it for? And they just can't get it. And they schlepp it for hundreds of years with a kasha. Why do we need it? Many hundreds of years later, they got the answer. Hashem wants a Mishkan, and he needs these pieces of wood that all these years you didn't understand that Yaakov made you schlepp. In our lives, there are so many kashas, so many times, that we don't have answers. Sometimes you get an answer after a year, sometimes after 10, sometimes after hundreds of years, and sometimes it takes generations. I was this week at a chasna, Badchen, where the Mechuten, the father of the boy, had a partner in the business. And somehow the partner got a signature of him, faked out a business from him, and stole the entire business from him. He was devastated. Big business, a multi-million-dollar business, just took it away. And he was devastated, and he tried, and then he decided, you know something? I built a new business and finished, because the lawyers explained it's going to take years to fight it. And he decided, I'm going on. But it really bothered him. Less than about a year later, the US government raided his business. Everyone that was involved in that business, which was a clean business, but they did some kind of shtick, everyone is in jail now. By the wedding, it's saying, Ma'oshav Hashem Kol Tag Miloi, saying to Hashem. Why? Because the guy stole from the business. Last year you had kashas, this year you had no more kashas. Rashi tells us a kasha and a teretz, that you should know, so many times in life, there is kashas, but every kasha has a teretz. Rashi could have said, yes, he had it from there, they had it from Egypt. But Rashi especially made it with a kasha and a teretz that you should know. For hundreds of years there were a kasha. Then there's a teretz. Have a munah. The message from this parsha is believe. When you have a kasha, eventually there will come a teretz. Ani Mamen, V'yas HaMashiach, Agit Shabbos.